You're about to get all of my intrusive thoughts. I'm sharing a part of my mind with you all. Yo, this will be my third YouTube channel that I'm actually starting. The first two didn't go as planned. I completely just stopped posting, stopped recording everything. But now I feel like I'm at a time in my life that I'm able to be disciplined and more consistent to actually do this. And a lot of things that has happened in my life made me want to do this and actually like be committed to it. Not necessarily to gain anything from it, like fame or money. It's just kind of something I can do to be creative, because I love all forms of art. So I thought this would be something that I could do and just be cool to document my life, that I think that's interesting. The video that I'm making today would be me talking about the things that bother me. It's like my journey of being self-aware of these things and how not to let them bother me, I guess. Like, welcome to my channel. Like, comment, subscribe, and stick with me on the journey. Trust the process. Let's get straight into it. Well, this list I just made on my phone on top of my head and typed it out in my notes. And I wasn't sure if I should do this in order, but I was like, nah. Number one, bad manners. Bad manners, I understand, like, it is something, I feel like it's something that you're raised, like brought up, like people were taught you how to use like simple manners to be polite. And this is a thing right here. This is a prime example. You hold the door for somebody and they don't say thank you. It's like, I didn't have to do that. They didn't ask me to do that. So that's why I can't really be mad that they weren't, you know, raised a certain way, or they just don't care. Because you're just doing something nice. But even though they didn't say thank you or anything, you can't be mad at it, because it's like you're not entitled that thank you just because you did that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why would you let yourself be annoyed by something so stupid? It's something you can't control. And I feel like most of these things on this list is going to be about things that you just cannot control. Moral of this whole video, honestly. So, overthinking. I'm somebody, my mind is literally racing all the time. And I swear, I won't be able to, I won't ever in a lifetime, I hope I will. I'm not even gonna like manifest that. I'm gonna get better at being able to like talk on camera and like just talk in general. I feel like my speech always been bad, and I always say like too much, but I believe it's because my mind is like racing so fast that my mind and like mouth cannot, you know, be together ever. They can't be on the same wavelength. Like, I just be thinking of something, saying something else, or talking, or mid-conversation and talking about something. Like right now, I'm like getting off track. It's not control your mind, but those thoughts don't always define who you are. But yeah, overthinking, that bothers me so much. I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory. Everyone overthinks, and it just, you can't really control it. It's gonna happen. It's your mind. You can't control your mind. But one thing I learned is that those thoughts are not you, and not always you. I'm gonna say that. Sometimes they could be, but sometimes they aren't. And that the fact, you just gotta, the good thoughts, bad thoughts, this is pertaining especially to the bad thoughts. You can't help your mind sometimes. Control how, like, you can try to avoid it, or you can like embrace it and grow from those thoughts. But those thoughts don't always define who you are as a person, so don't forget that. The next on the list, not being able to control people act. I used to come around, I still struggle with this till this day. say I do something a certain way. So like, hey, I tie my shoes a certain way, and I see someone else tie it like a different way. I'd be like, what the fuck? Or it just like bothered me in my mind, like, why would you do that way? It's like, it's way more difficult and it's not the correct way. There's no such thing as a correct way to do anything. Well, this is how I perceive the world. I could be completely wrong, but that's how I see it. Like this water bottle, for example. I open it up, drink it like this. Open the cap up, drink it. Somebody could find a different way, like biting this out and just drinking it that way. And that could be their correct way. Does that make you right or wrong? No, it does not. Not be able to how to control people act. I just got to the point where I'm like, why am I letting my energy and my mind be bothered by something I can't control? Back to what I was saying. Yeah, you don't have it's control. That's what it is. That's me. I was kind of just talking to myself just now, but yeah, control. Okay, on to the next thing. Not being able to control life. Thought I could have control over everything I do, but I got to a point, which is now, that I feel like everything's gonna happen. Like, say I go out one night, I have super fun, and I, drink or do other things, and I end up losing my wallet, for example. And I'm like, after that, I'm like, man, my wallet wouldn't have been gone if I never went out. But how do I know that? It could have been like an inevitable thing that, I'd stay home and I end up dropping my wallet somewhere before getting out of the car, coming home, you know what I'm saying? So I got to a point where I realized I cannot control this life as much as I want to, and everything's gonna happen. It's gonna happen next. Falling to cheap dopamine. This is a huge one for me. I overcame this. I'm not gonna say overcame completely, because a lot of these things I'm gonna go down, I still struggle with. I'm broke, super broke, and I see something I can go get some ice cream. Like I have food in the crib, don't need to go out, do nothing. Like I'm grinding, I'm doing my work, and then I see like some ice cream video or ad on my phone or something, or a TikTok or something, and I'll just be like, go buy ice cream. I'll be like, damn, why did I do that? Like I didn't really want it, you know what I'm saying? Or I'm like locked in grinding, I got stuff to do, and someone like hits me up to go out, and I end up going out. And this is honestly probably unhealthy in other people's eyes, but to me it just motivates me to be like on task and keep striving to like my goals and stuff. So falling to cheap dopamine is a big one, and I always have to remind myself before like I want to go do something that I know I'm gonna want to go home like in 30 minutes because my mind's elsewhere, is that just don't fall to cheap dopamine. And yeah, you know the vision, so just don't fall to cheap dopamine. And this is very like my perspective. Like everyone does not think like that, nor should. You should think how you feel is correct in your heart and your mind and soul. Not being myself or people not being themselves. This is like huge when it comes to me picking my friends and who I be around. Because I used to be someone that used to be very outgoing. I had a bunch of friends and I loved hanging around. I was always with people. But as I got older, I got to this point where I realized nobody's truly themselves. Like it's a lot of fake here, fake, like it's everywhere. It's honestly insane if you just like sit back and observe. Like you can tell when people are not being them true selves. And I used to be a victim of it as well. And I like go back and look at memories, and it really like would disappoint me, because why was I not being myself? Like why was I not being my true comfortable selves? Like why was I trying to be this person I was not, And I feel like that just goes like with growing up and your certain environment. So yeah, just like people, it just makes me feel really uncomfortable being around people that do not like portray who they really are as a person, I guess. Or how they like dress and like music they like and just how they talk and just stuff like that. It's just like as like I said, as you get older, it's very like, I feel like just like seeing it, like as you get more self-aware and you notice you can tell like people are not being themselves. And I just wish everyone would feel comfortable in their own skin and be able to be themselves one day. I'm still not perfect with it. I mean, I'm still growing as the days go by. So this one is actually one of my favorite topics to talk about. Judgmental people. Yes, we are human beings and we all judge. We all are looking around. Like, that's the first thing. Like, as soon as you meet somebody new, you're like, you basically judge them probably like off their physical. I lost my whole fucking train of thought, bro. Yes, judgmental people. So people that are judgmental, it bothers me because most of the time people who are being judgmental are the ones that aren't, like I said previously, are not even being themselves. Like, they're just trying to fit in and put on this persona, which they are not that. And they're the people that most likely are going to be judging people for stuff they used to do themselves. You know what I'm saying? For example, anime. People used to clown me for saying it's like a kid show, nerdy show. It's like, why do you care? You never even watched anime. You know what I'm saying? You never watched it. You don't understand it. It's just not your cup of tea. That's okay. Am I going to judge you for not liking it? No. Why would you judge somebody for enjoying something? Like, why do you care? Why do people care in general? I feel like I'm getting so serious with this, but I feel like I'm spitting real game, so I'm going to keep talking. But yeah, judgmental people. I just feel like people that go around judging people and hating for no reason, they just don't like themselves. I truly believe that, and I wish people would only just spread love and don't hate and don't judge. Don't be a judger, bro. And yeah, just don't be a judger, bro. This one is me being a hater. Like I said, I'm growing. We're going down on the next part of the list. Bad music taste. And I don't mean this in a negative way at all. It's just, I feel like I'm being true, I'm being honest, and I'm being blunt, like I said. So when I say bad music taste, like, I understand bad music and good music, and everyone has their own perspective of bad and good music. But the only reason I added this to the list is because I listen to almost like every genre of music, basically. Rap, rock, indie, country. Like, I wouldn't go out my way necessarily to listen to country anymore, but there's some songs that I do enjoy that I'll go turn on sometimes, you know? Because, you know, some country music's fire. But it's like my least favorite, but I can vibe to it, you know what I'm saying? But when people play like terrible music, it's just like, oh, man. And one more thing going back, judgmental people. The way I judge people, a lot of times I catch myself is by the way they dress and what in their music. Because honestly, that's really what it comes down to. Like, yes, a lot of people aren't being themselves, but at the same time, before I meet people and I see like the music they listen to, the dress, or like how they dress, and I put this presumption of what they are as a person and how they act, I'm usually like never wrong. But obviously there is times I'm not always wrong. I mean, not always right. I don't even want to talk about this. I'm skipping this one actually. It's like too deep. It would be like too long, I feel like, to talk about. Being annoying. And when I say annoying, this is like a really personal one. Like, I grew to be self-aware of this too. So this is a journey. This applies to me only, basically. This is one of those personal ones. So being annoying. So like, say I'm like think I'm being funny and stuff, like before, like I started like realize and actually peep these things. I'd be being annoying and thinking I'm being funny, and like had no idea of like reading the room. And I'm just like, wow. And I would just like do it carefree, like not even care, just do it, think I'm being funny, and whole time I'm just being a nuisance. Which, looking back, I can look at times where, yeah, like, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing? Like, relax, get yourself together. But I was young and I was a dumbass kid. I think we all been there, or we all are probably there at some point right now. I'm not that old, so I'm only 22. So I'm still a kid, it feels like. But I know I'm not, you know? I came a long way. Yeah, okay, this is not me, because I'm I'm rarely ever late, but being late, bro. Like if we made plans to do something and you're dragging and you're being late, like that used to bother me so much because I'm never late. But guess what? I know now I'm not like everyone else. Everyone's not like me, and we're all different, and that's okay. I overcame that by understanding more. Like it comes down to control thing, and everyone's not gonna be like me. I'm not gonna be like everyone else. I can't let my mind be bothered by people being late. Like why am I causing myself this stress or this being annoyed, bad energies just because someone's not like me? That was like my introduction video to my new channel. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I hope you guys stick around. Peace.